Let's make this label using Canva and my thermal printer. So first I'm going to create my design in Canva, and I'm using my iPhone with the Pro version. Click the plus sign in the middle at the bottom, and it's going to bring you to this screen, and you're going to click on custom size. Once you click on this is where you put in the dimensions for your label. My label size is going to be 4 by 6, so 4 in the width and 6 in the height, and that's in inches. Once I have that ready, I'm going to click create new design, and it will bring me here. I usually start with my text, but for this picture I'm going to go ahead and go to elements, and I'm going to look up a composition notebook background because I know exactly what I want it to look like, and the look that I'm going for is a composition notebook background. Once I do that, I'm just going to stroll through, and I've immediately found the one I want to use, and it's this one right here that I'm going to click on. And then I'm going to click on the corners and expand it so that it fits my entire 4 by 6 inch label. And that's what I'm doing here, is just expanding it to fit. Once I have it expanded across the entire label, I am going to go back to element and find a white rectangle. Once I have my white rectangle, I'm just going to select the one that I want to use, and it's going to show up inside of my actual design. So this is the rectangle that I'll be using. I like how it has like the rounded edges, kind of like the composition notebook does have. And I am going to go over to position and click advance. And I'm going to put in that this is going to be rotated by 90 degrees. And you could just manually rotate with your finger. I just want to make sure it's accurate, so I just put in 90. And then I'm going to expand it to whatever size I want it to be, and this looks good to me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I also posted 2 other videos that I will link as iCards to this one, so make sure you go check those out, and that's how you make labels as well, and it may have more details or help you out if this one is still confusing. So now I'm going to go to add my text. Once I have everything positioned, click text and then add text box. This is where I'm going to type in whatever I want my text to be. And for this, I'm just going to title it Ryland's Pencil Box, because that's what I'm going to put this label on, is my daughter's pencil box for school. Once I have my text typed out, then I go in and pick the font that I want to use. For some reason, I really enjoy using the Chewy font for anything that I make for my daughter, so that's normally what I will make it. I did have some struggling here. I don't know how only one part of it came out with the correct font, but it's okay. Just clicking on the other part will fix that and make sure that it's all uniform. So no big deal, nothing to worry about. I'll just go in and update the part that I missed to the same font. And once I have the font, I'm going to manually rotate. So there's a little icon that looks this like going in a circle. You just hold that down and move it to where you want it to be rotated, and you can just do it with your finger instead of having to go into the position. Now I am going to highlight my text, and at this point I'm going to make my font bigger by holding the text and then go to font size and just make it as big as I want it to be. And most of the time I like to center my things, but at this point I was like, maybe I should put like a little image here. Just make sure whenever you're using this process, or you want to use your thermal printer to print, that you are using black images. You can't do colored images, but no big deal because you don't have to buy ink for a printer. This does it with no ink. So I'm going to go into elements and I'm going to find an image. And for the previous videos, I used some school supplies. So I was just looking for something cute to put on her label. And I thought the little book bag would be adorable. So I'm going to resize that and I'm going to rotate it manually, just because I don't want it like at a perfect angle. I just want it kind of counter cornered here. And that's basically my design. So I will look at it, make sure I don't have any errors or if there's anything I want to change. And I'll click the share icon at the top on the right, then click download when this comes up. At this point, make sure that your file type is PNG, and then you're going to click download again, and it's going to save it to your photos. So once you're in your photos, you'll click the icon at the bottom left, and you're going to then select where it says Jaden's printer, and it will take you into the app for your thermal printer, and it will look like this. So first, you're going to go ahead and click the print icon at the bottom, and it's going to take you to another screen where you would click print again, and then your machine will do this. And it's very, very quick. This is not even sped up. And then I just slapped it on her pencil box.